Hello and welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Janice and the topic today is, are demons and witchcraft real? Well, I can only tell you from my own subjective experience, and I can say very positively, yes, they are. I guess I'll go ahead and dive into a story. I've been initiating now for about a year as a black magician / black witch. Now, it was completely accidental. I did not intend to go down this path. I was brought up a Catholic, and I went to Catholic school until high school. Basically, I was at a low point. And I decided I was going to break one of the biggest cardinal rules of being a Catholic, and that is, thou shalt not idol worship. So, knowing me, I picked one of the scariest, darkest entities that I was drawn to, and this entity is named Hecate. Now, Hecate, a little backstory about her, she is considered the witch mother, the dark mother, and there's evidence that she's connected to Source. So there's a lot of dark aspects, and she is demonic in nature, but she's also very nurturing. Think of her as a strict mother, strict demon mother, goddess of the underworld, extremely powerful. And I went into this a bit naive, and I had set up an altar, a very nice altar. I was intuitively led to make this altar to Hecate. And I got my little tarot deck out and I started shuffling my cards in front of it because I wanted to connect with her. So the first 3 cards I pulled out were, I don't remember what they're called exactly, but it was a girl kneeling, praying to the sun. And I wasn't happy with that because I didn't want to worship the sun. I didn't want to be light anymore at that point. I wanted to connect with the darker aspects of myself. So I kept shuffling, hard-headed, and boom, started getting cards that were flying out that were in reference to Hecate. Keys, crows, the moon, a wheel, all of that came out. Now, when I do tarot cards, I don't put cards down. I let them fly out as I shuffle them. And they're very accurate. That way I have no control over which cards come out. That's completely up to spirit. So I was excited. I felt like I made contact. And let me tell you, what happened next was incredible. I can look back on it now and find it incredible, but at the time it was extremely terrifying. So, let's just put it this way. My reality was just, imagine you're on a channel and you're maybe on the Brady Bunch. Let's say you're on the channel the Brady Bunch is on, and that's your reality. What happened was, it was like a switch, and the channel changed in my reality. It was no longer the Brady Bunch. Never was really, but I'm just using an example. It became American Horror Story. And I became aware of things that I was not aware of before. Now, when I went into this, I was a bit skeptical. I had some skepticism. So Hecate showed me that it's very real. And I began to hear the spirits. I was hearing spirits now that I wasn't aware of. And they were fucking with me. And I saw shadows. Shadows were coming towards me. Many shadows at one point. It quite literally felt like I was being attacked. And I was not ready for that type of a reality. I didn't know what I just did, but I had summoned / evoked Hecate. And I did everything wrong. I didn't have a magician's circle when I did it. I went into it weak. There's a way you have to approach these entities, especially an entity as powerful and high-leveled as Hecate, because it will thrust you into another reality. So ever since then, I've been experiencing supernatural phenomenon. Synchronicities you can't explain. Paranormal things, things of that nature. Things that you can't explain and that are very real. Synchronicities that are just too obvious to just be a coincidence. It's right in your face. And that's the energy of Hecate. Now, this was my experience, and I've unlocked some psychic abilities. So I can see entities now. I can hear them. I can channel them. And this is something that a lot of people wouldn't be able to handle if they actually went through it. I can 100% testify that I've been possessed multiple times, and I believe it was by her energy, but it may have been another energy. I wasn't protected at the time. I didn't have a circle when I did it. And all I had to do was write it out. But I was freaking out. I ran away, and I went back to Christianity, and I was seeing this psychic, this love and light worker, and she charged me, $1,000 for her workings. And I was doing everything wrong. Here's the thing, you can't close doors once you open them. You open up a portal, you open up a door, you can't close it. You're thrust into the backside of the tree of life, you're in the tree of death. You can't control that. That's your reality now. And you either sink or you swim. So I decided I was gonna swim. I never liked Christianity. I never liked God anyways. I never liked the people who followed God. I find them very hypocritical. And it came naturally to me to be a more negatively polarized, dark being. And that's where I prefer to stay. That's where I prefer to be. And there's a lot of benefits to it. There's a lot of power to be gained. There's a lot of material manifestations to acquire, but it's a path of responsibility. It's a path of, are you a warrior? Do you have a warrior spirit? Because you can be eaten alive. The nature of demons is to eat you alive if you're weak. They're self-serving. They serve themselves, but they also serve power. So yes, demons, witchcraft, it's all real. And that was my little story about Hecate. If there's anything else you would like to know, please let me know in the comments. And I will talk to you next time.